Welcome to the KEP Knowledge English Podcast. I'm your host, James Rivers, and I'm thrilled to have you join us on this journey of learning and discovery.
And I'm Sophia Wells. Whether you're looking to improve your English skills or dive into insightful discussions on a range of topics, you're in the right place.
Here on KEP, we explore everything from language learning tips to thought provoking conversations that will challenge your perspective and expand your knowledge.
Each episode will bring you fresh insights, practical advice, and a little bit of fun along the way. So grab your headphones and let's get started.
This is KEP Knowledge English Podcast. Let's dive in.
Good morning, sunshine. Or if you're like me, why is the sun even up kind of morning?
Oh, I feel that. But hey, welcome back to Podcast and Chill. I'm James.
And I'm Sophia, your overly caffeinated co host who hits snooze way too many times. Today, we're diving into something that sounds simple but totally changes the game: morning routines. Okay, let's be real. Mornings are hard.
Oh, yeah. Some days getting out of bed feels like climbing Mount Everest in slippers. Right? Mine sounds like a robot panicking. Just 5 seconds in, and I already feel like I'm late for something.
Exactly. But here's the thing: we've both learned that how you start your morning can make or break your whole day.
Totally. If I start rushed and scattered, I carry that energy with me all day. But if I ease into it, even just a little, I feel like I'm actually in control.
It's like setting the tone, right? Like a soundtrack for your day. You pick chaos or calm.
I love that. And for anyone listening who's like, well, I'm not a morning person, don't worry. You don't have to start at 5 a.m. doing yoga and candlelight.
Unless that's your thing, in which case, go off. But for the rest of us, just 5 minutes of intention can change everything.
Let me tell you, my before mornings were a mess. I'd grab my phone, scroll through news headlines, bad idea, by the way, then jump straight into emails.
James, I remember you telling me you once replied to a work message before even brushing your teeth.
I wish I could deny it, but yeah, I'd be half awake typing with one eye open, already stressed. That kind of start just wrecks your mood.
Been there. My version: oversleep, throw on whatever clothes smell clean, shove a granola bar in my mouth, and dash out the door like a cartoon character.
I can picture it.
The worst part? I'd spend the next few hours trying to catch up with myself. Everything felt off, like I was constantly behind, even when I wasn't.
That's the key. When you start your morning on defense, you spend your whole day trying to recover from it.
But when you start with even one small win, like making your bed or drinking water before coffee, your brain's like, hey, look at you go.
That sense of progress, no matter how small, it builds confidence. It's like planting your flag and saying, I've got this.
And here's what's wild: you don't need to change your entire routine overnight. You just need to change your approach to the morning.
Exactly. It's not about perfection, it's about presence. Being awake not just physically, but mentally.
So, in today's episode, we're going to break it all down: what used to trip us up, what works now, and how you can find a morning routine that actually feels good.
We'll share real stories, practical tips, and maybe even some embarrassing before moments.
Oh, you mean like that time I spilled coffee on myself and still tried to act cool in a Zoom meeting?
Or when I wore two different socks to a client call and didn't notice till the end.
See, we've been there, and we're still figuring it out. So grab your tea, your coffee, or your emotional support, our water bottle.
And let's talk about how to take back your morning and, in the process, take back your day. Okay, let's rewind for a second. Because before we became the morning routine evangelist, we are now.
I wouldn't go that far.
Fine, before we started respecting our mornings, we were kind of a mess.
Oh, yeah, absolute train wrecks. You go first, James. Spill it.
All right, picture this. 7:45 a.m. I'm still in bed, phone in hand, already reading Slack messages. Not even out of the blankets yet, and I'm already in work mode,
Ugh, I can feel the anxiety through the speaker.
right? I check my calendar, panic about a meeting I forgot, rush to the bathroom, throw on a shirt, usually wrinkled, and grab coffee as I ran out the door. No breakfast, no breathing room, just pure chaos.
That sounds like cardio.
It kind of was. And the worst part, I thought I was being productive. Like, look at me, I'm on it. But I was actually just stressed and reactive all the time.
Yeah, I used to tell myself, Sophia, you work better under pressure. That was a lie. I just didn't give myself a chance to not be under pressure.
What was your morning like back then?
Oh man, it was a disaster. First of all, I had zero concept of bedtime. So I'd go to sleep at like 1:30 a.m., then hit snooze 5 times the next morning. I'd finally get up, hair like a science experiment, throw on leggings, no shame, and grab an energy drink from the fridge.
Not even coffee.
Nope, just straight up artificial motivation in a can. Then I'd hop in my car, already late, and get mad at traffic for existing. Like, how dare people drive when I'm running behind?
Yep, classic. We blame the world for the mess we created 10 minutes ago.
Exactly. And by the time I got to work, I already felt defeated. I hadn't done anything calming or grounding or even human, just survive and show up.
And it's wild because back then, I didn't even realize how much it was affecting me. My mood, my patience, my creativity, all of it.
Same. I thought I was just not a morning person, but in reality, I was just not giving myself a chance to be one.
I remember snapping at a coworker because I hadn't eaten, hadn't breathed, hadn't done anything besides stress scroll through my inbox.
Oh gosh. One time I cried in my car before work started, like full on tears over a spilled smoothie.
Honestly, been there. And it's moments like those that finally make you stop and go, okay, something's got to change. Exactly. That's where the shift starts. When you realize your mornings aren't working for you, they're working against you.
And that's what we want to help you change today. Because if we could go from hot mess express to something resembling morning humans,
Then trust us, you can too.
all right, so we've told you what didn't work. Now let's talk about the turning point, because the change didn't come from some magical 30-step morning routine, right?
Nope. For me, it started with one small habit, just one. And it wasn't even complicated.
Let me guess, you finally stopped checking emails in bed?
Yes, I made a rule. No phone for the first 30 minutes. I'd wake up, walk straight to the kitchen, pour some water, and just sit.
Wait, you just sat?
Yeah. I sat on the balcony with my cup, listened to the birds, watched the sky do its thing. It sounds boring, but it was actually kind of magical.
That's honestly so wholesome, like a James version of meditation.
Pretty much. It gave me this quiet head start before the noise of the day came in. And the crazy thing? I started feeling calm, like legit calm, for the first time in years.
That's huge. My shift started with making my bed.
That's such a classic one. But why did it work for you?
Because it was the first time in forever that I did something for future me. Like, hey girl, you're gonna come home to a made bed later. You're welcome.
I love that. It's a little act of self respect.
Exactly. And once I did that, it created this domino effect. I started brushing my hair, putting on actual clothes, even if I was working from home.
That's underrated. Getting dressed changes your mindset, even if no one sees you.
Yes, it made me feel like a person, not a couch goblin.
Couch Goblin is a whole mood.
But seriously, these small changes made my mornings feel less like a race and more like a rhythm.
You said that beautifully. Less like a race, more like a rhythm. That's it.
And I think that's the part most people overlook. You don't need a perfect Instagram worthy routine, you need your routine.
Totally. It's about what fits your life, your energy, your priorities, not what some influencer swears by.
Like, I'm never going to drink celery juice at 6 a.m. and do a cold plunge. That's not me.
And that's okay. For some people, it's journaling. For others, it's 5 quiet minutes with their coffee. It all counts.
If it grounds you, even a little, it's worth doing.
Exactly. And once you feel that shift, you start craving it. Your morning becomes less about I have to and more about I get to.
Oof, that hits. I get to. That's gratitude sneaking in right there.
So true. And the best part? These tiny habits stack up. You start with one, and next thing you know, you've got a whole routine that feels good.
Like grown up Legos.
Perfect analogy.
So if you're listening and you're overwhelmed, just start with one thing. Literally one. Make your bed, drink water, open a window, whatever feels doable.
And trust that it will create a shift. It did for us, and it can for you too. Okay, so we've talked about our own morning disasters and how we started to shift things. But we're not special. So many people we know have their own little morning magic.
Yes. And what I love is that everyone's version looks totally different. There's no one size fits all.
Take my friend Angela, for example. She literally starts her day with a dance party. I'm not kidding.
Wait, what? Like full on dancing?
Yup. She wakes up, turns on Beyonce or Bruno Mars, and just dances around her kitchen for like 10 minutes.
I love her. Can we invite her to brunch?
We should. She says it gets her blood flowing and shakes off the grogginess. And honestly, she's one of the most upbeat people I know.
That makes so much sense. I mean, who's in a bad mood after dancing to Beyonce? Come on.
Exactly, and she said that when she skips it, her whole day feels heavier, like she's dragging.
That's actually really cool. You don't need a gym, you just need a playlist and a little space to boogie.
Totally, what about you? Any cool routines from people you know?
Oh, yeah. My cousin Erica does something super simple but powerful. She writes down 3 things she's grateful for every morning.
Classic gratitude journaling?
Yup, and she swears by it. Says it puts her in a good headspace before she even checks her phone. Like, she'll literally sit there with her little notebook and write, Coffee, my cat, not having jury duty. Boom, positivity.
Honestly, avoiding jury duty is valid gratitude.
Right? But what I love is that it takes her like 2 minutes and it changes how she talks to people, how she handles stress, all of it.
That's the thing. These routines aren't about doing more. They're about starting the day with intention.
Exactly. Whether it's movement, stillness, writing, praying, stretching, it's all valid if it works for you.
And I've noticed something else. People who have some kind of morning ritual, even if it's small, just seem more grounded.
Yeah, they're not perfect or hyper productive, but they're more centered. Like, I did something for myself today before the world asked anything of me.
Yes. It's like creating a little emotional buffer between you and the chaos of the day.
Honestly, even something silly like putting on music while brushing your teeth can change your vibe. You're starting the day with a smile instead of stress.
You know what else I've heard? Some people just sit quietly. They don't even meditate. They just sit. No phone, no talking, just stillness.
That actually sounds kind of amazing, like letting your brain catch up to your body.
Exactly. We wake up and immediately ask our brains to start solving things, but they're like, whoa, buddy, I just rebooted.
Right? Let the mental loading bar finish before you open 20 tabs.
So whether you're dancing in the kitchen or sitting in silence, the point is find what gives you clarity.
Not what looks good on social media, not what some guru says you should do, what actually makes you feel good.
That's the goal. And once you find that, mornings stop being the enemy.
They start becoming your little secret weapon. All right, let's get into the fun part, quick wins. Stuff you can actually do tomorrow morning without turning into a monk or a fitness influencer.
Yes. Because here's the truth you don't need to wake up at 5 a.m. and drink green sludge to feel better in the morning.
Thank you. If anyone tries to hand me celery juice before sunrise, I'm calling the cops.
Duly noted. But for real, let's talk small shifts. I'll kick it off with my favorite don't touch your phone first thing.
Ooh, that's a hard one, but so worth it.
I know. It was brutal at first, but once I stopped doom scrolling, the minute I opened my eyes, my anxiety dropped like 30%. Easy.
Totally. It's like letting someone shout at you the second you wake up. No, thank you.
Exactly. Instead, give your brain a few minutes to just be. Drink water, stretch, stare into space. Whatever works.
Speaking of water, that's mine. One of my easiest wins was drinking a glass of water before anything else. Before coffee, before email, even before talking.
Oh, yeah, rehydrating is huge. Your body basically went on a desert hike while you slept.
Exactly, and I don't chug it or make it weird. I just keep a glass on my nightstand and sip it while I wake up. Feels so simple, but it makes me feel like a functioning adult.
Here's another one that helped me putting out my clothes the night before.
Oh wow, planning ahead? Who is she?
Look, I'm not saying I lay out an outfit like it's the first day of school, but even knowing where my socks are helps. Less decision fatigue,
That's legit. I used to lose 15 minutes every morning just arguing with my closet.
right? And here's a sneaky one open a window.
Ooh, yes, let that light in, or air, or both.
It's like telling your body, hey, the day has started. The natural light helps wake you up better than a phone screen ever will.
Okay, can I share a weird but amazing one?
Absolutely.
Laugh in the morning. Like, actually, laugh. Watch a funny clip, listen to a comedy podcast, anything that makes you smile early.
Oh, I love that. Mood boosting first thing.
Yes! If I laugh early in the day, I swear everything just feels lighter. It's like stretching for your mood.
That's brilliant. Here's one more. Do something that makes you feel accomplished, even if it's tiny, like making your bed, washing your face, or writing a to-do list.
Yes, I call them tiny trophies, little wins that tell your brain we're doing good today.
Exactly. The point isn't to be productive, it's to be intentional. Start with one thing that serves you.
And if you mess it up, no big deal. Try again the next day.
Yep, routines aren't a pass fail, they're practice. Little rituals that give your day structure.
So if you're listening and wondering where to start, pick one. One thing from today's episode and try it out tomorrow. See how it feels.
Don't overthink it, just experiment. Your perfect morning won't look like anyone else's, and that's the beauty of it.
Exactly. Whether it's water, dancing, or just putting your socks in the same place every night, those little things matter.
And when you find what works, you'll know, because suddenly mornings won't feel like punishment anymore.
They'll feel like yours.
All right, we've talked about a lot today, from our morning chaos to our tiny wins and everything in between.
And if you're sitting there thinking, okay, but where do I even start? You're not alone. We've been there more than once.
Totally, it can feel overwhelming at first, like you have to overhaul your whole life. But really, you just need one moment in the morning that's yours.
Exactly. We're not asking you to build a 5 step program with vision boards and protein shakes unless you want to.
It's more about reclaiming your space. Those first few minutes when the day hasn't made any demands on you yet, that's prime real estate.
Yes, before the emails, before the group chats, before the dog throws up on the rug, that's your time.
You paint such a peaceful picture, Sophia.
Hey, I'm just being honest. Life is messy, but your mornings don't have to be.
So let's sum it up. Here's the big takeaway. Your morning routine doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be personal.
Say that again for the people in the back.
Your morning doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be personal. Something that helps you feel grounded, awake, and ready to face whatever comes next.
And here's a fun idea, pick something that takes less than 5 minutes. That way, it's easy to win.
Yes, think of it like a morning handshake with yourself. Hey, I got you today.
Wow, that's cute. I'm going to start saying that in the mirror. Hey, girl, I got you.
Please do. And you listening, if there's one thing we want you to remember, it's this. You're allowed to start slow.
Totally. You don't need to jump out of bed ready to conquer the world. Some mornings, just brushing your teeth and sitting with your coffee counts as a win.
And over time, those small wins add up. They build momentum, confidence, peace.
And honestly, you start to feel proud of yourself, and that's a really great feeling to carry into your day.
So tomorrow morning, try one thing, just one. Maybe you drink water before coffee. Maybe you don't check your phone. Maybe you just sit in silence for 2 minutes.
Whatever it is, do it for you, not for Instagram, not for some trend, just because it makes you feel like yourself.
And if it doesn't work, that's okay. Try something else. That's how routines grow.
Exactly. It's a little trial and error buffet. Sample what fits and leave the rest.
So, what are you going to try tomorrow?
Me, I'm gonna add 1 minute of stretching before I even look at my phone. No doom scroll until the hamstrings are happy.
That's a great rule, and I think I'm going to go back to my balcony sit. Just 5 minutes of quiet before anything else.
Look at us evolving.
Trying at least, and that's the point.
All right, folks, that's it for today's episode. If you've got a weird, wonderful, or totally unique morning ritual, tell us about it. We love hearing what works for other people.
And if you're just starting out, remember, you've already taken the first step just by listening. That counts.
We're cheering for you every morning.
See you next time on Podcast and Chill.